Hello, everybody. I hope your week has been going great. Certainly, I hope it's been going much better than mine because let me just say, this week has been insane. Insane. I'm like just a TLDR, so I don't yap too much. I work food service industry. That tells you everything you need to know about the customers. And somebody quit mid-shift in the middle of rush, which was also really fun. So yeah, I've had a wonderful week. I hope you guys have gotten way more accomplished than I have this week. But, what makes me feel better? Reading about other people's suffering. That's what makes me feel better. So enough of me talking. I hope you guys enjoy the chapter for today. Perfect Son by That One Guy with That One Ship. Read by Munchin on Muchiko. Chapter 14. Whipping Boy. Later on, Lusamine had bid them all good night. She had gently rebuffed Sun's innocent request for more, saying she shouldn't while Lily and Gladian were around. Then Sun had suggested they join in. Lusamine was taken by the idea, but stuck to her instinct, which was to wait on it. Starve Sun just a little. Just enough to where he might just beg in front of his brother and sister. And she wanted him. She wanted to lay her perfect boy down in silk sheets, tie his hands above his head, kiss his neck, his chest, the insides of his thighs, just to hear him breathe requests for more. It wasn't something to be shared with the other two. How much of him belonged to her? His entirety, every inch of him, every aspect was something she owned. Lily had shown something of promise. Maybe if she'd let Lily watch. But Lily couldn't have him. No. His body was hers. Lusamine had to find the right time to take him again. The next morning was not the opportunity. The family sat around the table in the main room, eating breakfast delivered from the foundation kitchen. There was an awkward silence. Sun had a wide smile. Lusamine and Lily's expressions were neutral, and Gladian had his customary scowl. Sun spoke through the choking quiet. "What are we doing today, Mother?" Gladian flinched at Sun calling Lusamine Mother. Lusamine noticed and made a mental note to scold her biological son for it later. "I'm going to be busy today, Son, so you can do as you please." "Mother," he began, but silenced himself. He turned a light shade of red, and Lusamine knew the reason behind him doing so. Lily spoke up next. "Mother, before you go to work, may I speak with you?" Gladian glanced at her, one eyebrow arched, the other lowered in a nearly comical expression. Lily met her mother's attentive gaze evenly. "Yes, you may, Lily." Lily nodded in appreciation. "Thank you, Mother." Sun seemed a little confused by her request too, but didn't comment. He continued to munch on his toast, louder than Lusamine may have usually allowed. Everyone was staring at him, and he remained unaware of the attention he was drawing. "Mother, you're using Sun wrong." "What?" Lusamine hissed. "You don't—" "I know him better than you, and I know you're wasting him. He might seem stupid, but he's not. If you just ask him to do something regarding Pokemon, to give him a problem, he'll solve it." Lily was determined to let Sun shine as more than just her mother's toy. "It took me years of research to find a way to the Ultra Space. Are you suggesting he can do better?" Lusamine wasn't interested in using Sun as anything more than her pet. He may be smart, but intelligence was a burden on her. What if he worked out that he wasn't her son? I didn't mean ultraspace, but I'm pretty sure he could. Lily said it without a moment of pause. She was confident in Sun's ability. She didn't know why she was taunting Lusamine into potentially causing doom they tried so hard to avert. Feeling something stirring at the idea of ultraspace being opened again, she put it down to fear. Lusamine smirked. I see you think very highly of him. Just try it, Lily challenged her. See what he can do. Why are you so adamant about this? Lusamine had to admit her curiosity was piqued at Lily's comments. I don't want him to go to waste. Lily had Sun's best interests in mind. Giving him more things to do besides obsess over Lusamine could only be good for him. Lusamine looked for a trick, some sort of hidden gotcha Lily could pull as a result of letting Sun work with the Foundation, but found none. She still wasn't convinced by Lily's words, though. There had to be some kind of twist Lily was manipulating her into making possible. I'll see. For now, though, he can do what he wants. Lusamine didn't sound aggravated or disdainful, merely brushing aside Lily's comments. No, I have business to attend to. Lusamine retreated into her office and Lily didn't follow. Instead, she headed to Sun's room. If Mother wouldn't nurture Sun's potential, if it still existed, she would. Sun was fast asleep. They'd just woken up an hour ago for breakfast, and he was already napping. It wasn't like Sun to sleep during the day. Lily didn't want to wake him. She flashed back to a similar time on their journey. Sun was partway through the water-type trail on Akala Island, and there was a fierce tropical storm pounding down on Brooklet Hill. Sun, Lily, and Hal had pitched the tent they shared, but the cold was biting even through the canvas surface. Hal and Sun went outside into the storm to throw their large waterproof coats over the tent, making it a little bit warmer, but there was a still strong chill. They'd bundled up in sleeping bags, all still fully dressed, but they still shivered. Sun had said something about how Piplup gathered together for refuge from the cold, so they moved all the sleeping bags together and shared their body heat, and things became pleasant. With Sun and Hal on either side of her, Lily could feel at peace. She'd closed her eyes, listened to the raging storm. The rough tent around them was a new home. The patterns of the rain, the beauty of storms in Alola. It was a wonderful memory. She was unconsciously reaching out to touch Sun, catching herself doing it. Lily brought her outstretched arms back to her side. She crossed to the side of the bed with more space, took off her shoes, and climbed in beside him, pretending that he was still himself. He was still somehow perfect to her. If she could have just had the old Sun back to tell him how much she liked him, she'd do anything for it. She carefully pulled the covers over herself as well as him, avoiding waking him, and fell asleep beside her new brother. Sun, 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 Sun. It repeated in her head, over and over. Gladian had a much shorter solution. They could fix Sun when they got off the Aether Paradise. He already knew exactly how to escape, as he already knew how to captain one of the Paradise cargo ships, albeit dangerously and badly. He just needed to find the willpower to do it. He had been raped by his mother too many times, beaten down, told he was worthless. To have Sun usurp his position as her son was salt in the many, many wounds he had sustained. But Sun had given up on everything to save Lily. He owed Sun. Gladian focused all his rage at everything that had ever happened to him and concentrated it to a point. It was time to use that point. He stormed into Sun's room. He'd get Sun, then Lily, then they'd make it off the paradise together. Gladian saw Sun and Lily side by side, fast asleep. Had she fucked him? The word horror came into his mind wholly unbidden, and he chased it out. "What are you two doing?" Gladian didn't shout, but it was said with enough sour bite to make them both wake. "Huh?" Sun asked as he sat up. "What are you—" He noticed Lily by his side. She blushed horribly and hid her face. "Lily?" I just wanted to be with you." That made Gladian soften up a little. Lily wasn't the kind of person to take advantage of Sun in the state he was in. He should have known that. Sun smiled and moved over to be closer to her, and would have likely done something highly inappropriate for siblings to do if Gladian hadn't spoken. "Lily, we're leaving." Sun's response was an incredulous, "Huh?" while Lily was sitting up straight on the bed. "Now?" Lily asked. "What? You're ready?" "Yeah, let's get him out of here." Gladian seemed unshakable. "Are you sure we should just take him away?" Lily asked. Sun sat up beside her. "Are you talking about me?" he asked, once again not realizing the gravity of the situation. "Yeah, we're gonna help you, Sun." Gladian covered his face with his hand. It was a habit he had picked up trying to protect himself from his mother that had since become muscle memory when he was stressed or emotional. "I don't want to leave." Sun's voice was very slightly confrontational. "I want to stay here." "Sun, if you stay here," Lily said, taking his shoulder, "we'll get hurt. All of us." Sun faced his sister, saw her concern. "Who's going to hurt us?" Sun asked. He looked very apprehensive, reluctant. "Our mother," Gladian growled. "She is not going to think of you as her perfect son forever. She will have her fun with you for a year or two, then you'll be the same as us. Just damn toys for her amusement." He spat the word toys like a curse. "But she said she'll never hurt me." Sun was shrinking away from Gladian. "I don't want to leave her. I can't." He fingered the emerald collar he was wearing absent-mindedly. "Don't take me away." "Lily, we need to go now." Gladian ignored Sun. "We should at least explain to him," Lily began, but Sun had vaulted over her, fallen off the bed comically, and scrambled as far away from Gladian as he could. "I won't go! I won't! Don't take me!" Sun shouted at them. Lily shot an angry glare at Gladian and tried to comfort Sun. "It's all right, Sun. Calm down. Don't! Don't take me away! I can't go!" Sun was recessed into a corner, kicking himself away from the two. "Please, don't!" Gladian marched over to Sun and tried to grab his wrist. Sun retaliated. Lily shrieked in terror as Sun moved aside from Gladian's attempt and shoved Gladian up against the wall, keeping Gladian's arms pinned to it. "Sun!" Lily cried. "Sun! Sun!" She tried to pull him apart, but Sun kept Gladian held where he was. Gladian struggled free and gave Sun a push away from him. You don't," Gladian scowled. "You don't understand what's going on." He pushed Sun again. Sun's flight response was now overriding the fight one. Sun backed up automatically, trying to hide away from Gladian. He crouched, covering his face with his elbows. "Leave me alone!" Sun shouted. Lily seized Gladian around the waist and dragged him away from Sun. "What are you doing?" She let go of him, getting between her adopted brother and biological one. "Sun," she said softly, "we're sorry we scared you. We're going to leave now." "Lily," Sun pleaded, "I don't want to go. Please don't take me. Please." The last word was dread, fear, terror. Please. Don't worry, son. We won't. She glanced back at Gladian. He looked furious. Come on, Gladian. Lily tried to drag Gladian away. Gladian continued to stare down at Sun. You're deranged, he told Sun. Sun stayed curled up, hiding from his brother. You're not who I thought you were. Lily exerted even more effort to get Gladian out quickly. The moment they were away from Sun and back in their room, Lily let him have it. What is wrong with you? He is not worth saving if all he wants is to. Gladian, what is wrong with you? There is no chance he'll ever want to come with us if you treat him like that, Lily hissed. I mean, what is wrong with you? I get it, Gladian grunted. I get it. He's not Sun anymore. He's just some fucking slave who's wearing his face. Are you going to help him or are you just going to attack him? I'm not just going to stand by and hear someone I once respected speaking in his voice with his face about our mother positively, Gladian argued. His face was lined with anger. Lily was equally angry. That's why we're helping. Lily was cut off as the door opened. Sun leaned in. Son? She asked, all her rage dissipating into pity and sadness upon seeing him. Sun pointed at them. He didn't say anything for a moment, and they wondered if he was going to speak. Then their mother stepped out from the other side of the doorframe, her eyes alight with searing vexation. Lily's stomach dropped about a mile, and Gladian's eyes widened. They sat completely still as Lusamine spoke. What did you do? Guys, oh my god, I need to know how next chapter goes. Okay, I'm gonna just peek at it. I'm just gonna peek at it. So that was chapter 14. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will be seeing you with another chapter soon.